Hello everyone. In previous lecture, we already talked about Sling object as well as OCI service annotation. So today we are going to talk about that it is script variable annotation as well as request attribute annotation. Okay. So first we'll discuss the request script variable annotation, and after that we'll discuss request attribute annotation. So generally we know in STL we are using couple of global object, right? So suppose that a current page, if you wanted to fetch page property information, inherited page property information, request resource, resource resolver, all these information generally if you wanted to fetch, generally this information is called STL global object, okay? And these kind of information directly available to fetch within STL itself, okay? So the same thing if you wanted to fetch via model everyone. So in that case we are using a script variable. I have given couple of example here. So if you wanted to fetch suppose that current page, resource page, current design means style related information, and apart from that we'll able to get a request response, resources, all these information also available to get directly within the model itself. Okay, and we are generally using a script variable to achieve this particular feature. Okay, so these are the introduction related theoretical term I can say related to script variable. So I'm going to discuss couple of use cases related to this, and after that we'll able to get all the details related to this. So let me jump to the practice session. Let me talk about the practical things related to this. So when we are in course title model and we are following this particular model since beginning, right? So I'm going to write the same the code here as well, the same like the script variable code within this model itself. Okay. So first, what we'll do, as I mentioned, the global object only we are injecting here. So first, as we are discussing is script variable annotation, so we'll type script variable. So we'll write private and page, and after that current page, right? As I mentioned there, current page information, any page property information, anything if you wanted to fetch, it will work similar to STL global object, right? The same thing we can achieve through model. If you wanted to directly inject related to any global object, if you wanted to inject here directly through model, so we'll generally using a script variable to achieve this feature. Okay, so this is the current page information I just wanted to fetch. So I already used a script variable. Along with that, if you wanted to fetch any current node information, any page property information, or any request response or resource resolver information, that particular part also we can achieve with the help of this script variable annotation. So what I'm going to perform, this current page title I just wanted to fetch. Okay, so only basic thing I just wanted to do so that you guys can understand this one properly. So what I'll do, a public string. I just wanted to fetch the page title, so I'll write a get page title. Maybe I'll write it here, and we'll return the title. Okay, so based on the current page dot get title will do, and we'll try to return this one. So I just wanted to only return this one. This is very basic example I'm covering here, and this particular get page title, as we know, we need to use in model. Okay, so I'll just copy this one, and after that we'll jump to here, course title model, course title HTML. So here generally we are, when we load the page, this model, particular model will call. Okay, and whatever we are returning here, like get whatever we are returning, this particular method generally we are calling. Okay, this particular method, get page title method. So I'll just use this method here, everyone. So what I'll do, maybe h4 will use again here. So let me quickly do that, and here we'll use dollar curly braces item value, right? So I'll write item value dot the method we are calling. Okay, so as I mentioned, with the variable we are not calling because that is private variable. Private variable we can't access outside of the class, right? So generally we are calling the method. Behind the scene this kind of thing is working, so we have to remove the getter method. The first letter should be small, and we have to remove the the bracket. Okay, so this is the simple use case I developed here. So let me build the code and let me see, like while loading the page, this model will call, will get the title, and the title I'm printing. So the suppose that if I'm hitting the home page, because we have added the component in home page, so we should get the title as home. Okay, so let me cross verify this one. So I'll just quickly build the code and we'll see the output after this. So everyone, build is completed. So let me go to the page and let me check the output. Okay, so I'll open here. So this is the CRXT. So what I'll do, I'll quickly jump it here. Let me refresh this page. Let me duplicate this one. So here as you can, the page name is home, so I'm getting the home here. Okay, so I'm getting the current page title. Okay, so this is the one of the example related to how to get any current page title. Okay, based on the global object. Generally, we are injecting based on the script variable. Okay, so along with that, if you wanted to talk about like any kind of, as I mentioned, properties, page property, inherited page property, any kind of style, okay, any kind of after that, any kind of request, response, resources, or anything we can inject here, we can achieve basically based on the script variable, everyone, okay. So I'm moving to the next one, which is basically request attribute, and we'll talk about that. So let me jump to the slide. So everyone, next one we have here request attribute. Okay. So generally, if we are making any HTTP request, right, along with that, if you are bypassing some data, and that data, if you wanted to directly access through model, generally we are using request attribute. Okay. So data generally we are bypassing in several ways. So first, via HTL we can pass, like when we are making data slide use, when we are calling the model, along with the data slide use, we can pass some of the request attribute data as well, as so that we can access through model. Okay. The second one we have through servlet. So within the servlet we have, based on the request, we can set some attribute, and that attribute information along with the request we can pass, and we can fetch those request information via model as well. So I'm going to cover the second one here. Okay, when we are going to discuss the use case, we'll cover the second one here. The third one we have, if you, any kind of dynamic value we can pass, and it should not be the JCR related information like properties or something. Along with that, if you wanted to pass any dynamic data along with the request attribute, we can directly access through model based on the request attribute. Okay, this is all about the basically theoretical part. I have created one diagram also. Let me jump there. How generally when we are using through servlet, if we are setting up some request attribute, how generally the flow are working. Okay. So this is servlet generally. Okay, even though I haven't discussed the servlet here, you just need to understand. In coming lecture, I'm going to discuss the servlet. So within the servlet, generally we are getting request response, right? So within the request, basically we are setting up some of the attribute. Let's assume, okay, and that attribute information, okay, will forward with a couple. This attribute data will forward with one of the API or HTTP request, and this attribute will able to fetch within the model, okay, based on the request attribute. Okay, and if we have the request attribute, this particular model only we are calling within STL, right? So this attribute will able to display this one. So this is the basic flow generally I created here, and this kind of flow we are going to develop, okay, also. And after that we'll able to see the code, and we'll able to check the output also. Okay, so let me jump to the code, and let me explain you the further activity. So everyone, we are in course title model. So I just wanted to show you the servlet. This servlet I already created. Okay. So even though we haven't discussed the servlet, this is very simple servlet. I'm going to explain this one. When we'll discuss the servlet, this is very easy concept you will able to understand. So the servlet, basically we are creating a path-based servlet here. Okay. And we are bypassing passing some path here. And this path we are going to hit from the browser. Okay. And this is the HTTP get method. Okay. Like the get method generally we are getting. So we have HTTP get, HTTP post, put, delete, this kind of methods we have. If you wanted to fetch any data from the server, generally we are getting using a do get method. Okay. So what I am doing here is that in the do get method, generally we are taking two argument. One is request and response. So via request, I'm just setting up basically two attribute, request attribute data. Okay, one is course title, and the second one is a topic. Okay, along with that, what we are doing is that this query parameter generally we are bypassing through URL along with this bin path. Okay, and after that we are, as I mentioned, we are setting up the request attribute data here, and this request attribute data we are basically forwarding to this page. Okay, so when we hit this page, basically like after setting up this one, when we hit this page, basically if this page information, and after that along with this page we are forwarding, as I mentioned, these two attribute data also. Okay, so within this page, as we know, we do have the model, like the course model already we have authored there, right? So when we hit this one, and along with this we are bypassing this data, so the model will call, right, in that case. Okay, so within the model, as you can see, along with this request we are already bypassing the data. Okay, so the data will be available in model also. Okay, so in model, if we print this record, if we add this record as I mentioned via request attribute, we'll able to access this one, right? So based on the request attribute, if I'll add request attribute, if I'll access this one, and after that we can print whatever data we are accessing, we can print it here. Okay, so in this way, generally the flow is working, everyone, as I mentioned in the dialogue diagram itself. So let me quickly develop this one. Okay, so the model is basically the servlet is already created, so I have to create the model. So whatever we discussed in previous, we'll remove that part first. So as I mentioned here, we are going to use request attribute. So I'll quickly write request attribute and I'll declare the variable private string. And the first one we have here, let me confirm, we have a course title, the key, right? So I'll just copy this one and we'll use this one here. First we have course title, the second one we have topic. So I'll use the request attribute private string and the topic. Okay, so I'll quickly generate the getter method related to this. So I'll jump it here and generate the getter method, because anyway the getter method generally we are calling from the front end, right? So this method is generated. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll from the title itself, I'll just copy course title method as well as a get topic method. So what I'll do, so here anyway we have written, so I'll just write course title. You know what how we generally writing, so I'm not repeating the, we don't have to put get method and remove all the like get, then the first letter should be small, all these things, right? I already mentioned. So this one I can print it here. Okay, topic. And let me print one more attribute. Maybe I can use S3 here and will mention course or results. I can mention directly here. And it should be course title. So let me add some hard coded value here. Course title, maybe I'll add it here. So, and here we'll add course detail maybe. Okay, this record I have added. So what I mean to say, like suppose that, let me explain you once again here. So suppose that when we hit this when we hit this path from the browser, and after that, the along with we'll able to set this request attribute, and we are forwarding the request to this URL, right? And within this URL, as we know, right, we have added course title method. So whatever request we have along with this request we'll able to get in model, because when we load the page, this particular HTML will trigger, and in the first line itself we are calling the model, right? So within the model we'll able to get these two records, course title, and along the whatever value we are bypassing everyone, we'll able to get these two value, and after that we are returning this one. So this record we'll able to fetch in model in STL, right? And after, because the reference variable whatever we have, we'll able to get the method information here. Based on this variable, we'll able to fetch both the method, because method is public, we can't access the private variable as I mentioned. So in this way the flow is working. So let me jump to the basically browser. Let me show you how generally we are executing this one. Okay, so I'll quickly jump it here. Let me duplicate this one first. So as I mentioned, this within the home page we are forwarding the request within this page, right, in the servlet. So within this I have added the course title model. Okay, I hope you understand this one. So I'll quickly duplicate this one, and what I'll do here is that I'll just pass the bin path. Okay, bin search, and after that, as you can see, this is the one. Okay, so what I'm doing is that bin search question mark, and after that we are bypassing search query, like this particular part. Let me jump here and let me show you. So we are bypassing basically this path, and we are bypassing one search query. Okay, here, and within the search query, whatever value will fetch, we are just whatever value will add, that particular value we are setting up in request attribute. Okay, that the same thing I'm doing. So this is the search query, along with that I'm bypassing one data here. So when we hit this one, this particular servlet will call, and it will set up this course title equal to whatever AEM I'm bypassing, and the second one is topic. This is the hard coded value. This one also we can fetch through query parameter, we can bypass some other query parameter there, but I'm not doing that. Okay, so I'm able to fetch these two, I'm able to set these two attributes, and after that, what this request we are by forwarding to this home page, right? Within the home page, as I mentioned, we are authoring this model. So whatever value we are setting up, that value will be will come here, and after that in the model generally we are displaying. So in the end of the final result we'll able to get this one result, then course title, whatever course title we have, and the topic whatever hard coded value we have written in the servlet, right, as you can see here, this one. And the course title what we'll get AEM. So let me quickly make a call here. So after HTTP call, what we'll get? I think I haven't built the code yet, right? So let me quickly build the code and let me check that if the content is getting loaded or not. Build is done, everyone. So let me go to the page again and let me try to hit this URL as I explain all the flow. Okay. So after hitting this one, whatever we have written in an STL, we are getting result. The course title as we are bypassing this one. Okay. And the course detail, as you can see, we are whatever we are setting up hard coded value, we are already set up there, right? So the same thing we are getting. Okay. So I mean to say here is that the most important part if is that whatever this forwarding thing we are doing, right, the along with the home.html we are bypassing these two attribute data also. This data will be available through model, okay, here. And after that the same thing as we already discussed, okay, the same thing is happening. Okay. So I hope you understand this particular flow, and this generally we are doing several times, everyone. Okay. So this is the one example related to request attribute how we are doing. Okay. Anyway, we'll discuss the servlet part. So if you have any doubt here, confusion, will it will resolve there when we'll discuss that. Okay. I hope you understand this one. Let me know if you have any doubt in comment section. And thank you for watching, everyone.